Hello everyone, this is Joseph Marzullo, and today I don't have a lot of time, but I'm going to be talking about a couple headlines to give the humanist perspective on these issues. And if you have trouble sleeping or getting into that deep recuperative recuperative sleep, I recommend chamomile. You don't have to buy this brand, it's just what I did, but this is really good stuff. You can get it in the tea bag, or you can get it more concentrated like this. You can take 2 capsules 2 times a day, morning and night, not only nighttime, because it helps relieve the tension in your mind. It really soothes you, and I highly recommend it. But anyways, we still got that Russia war going on, that nonsense war over territory, just archaic actions of a despot, where we need to eradicate those kind of corruptive systems which exist in this world that enables war to exist in the first place. We need to annihilate those mechanisms of war so that we can put an end to it once and for all. So that will take a lot of work, but it's a great goal. It's a great goal. What we have is a multifaceted, different goals, which leads to other goals. But that is a major goal for sure, because there will be no war in the future. The future of society will not have war, so we will not need a military-industrial complex no more, which would save us over $1 trillion. If you want to use dollars as a bar, over $1 trillion of resources every year. A lot of resources, a lot of petrol, a lot of, which is a finite resource, mind you, extremely finite. Metals, precious metals that'll go to more productive things like curing cancer and nuclear fusion. Uh, we have manpower that's going to be able to now focus on productive tasks ahead, which is extremely important. So war will be a thing of the past going forward. I don't know how forward we're talking about is a different story, but in the future, in our ideal situation, where we eradicate corruption all over the world, so we just destroy that mechanism. We don't need it anymore. We can have a peacekeeping organization, but war no longer. That'll be a great future. That'll be a great life where we don't have to inflict violence upon others. So that'll actually decrease crime. Other things as well, of which we will talk about, but war itself will cut down the PTSD, the shell shock syndrome, whatever you want to call it, which leads to trauma in families. And uh, these people are going to go from war to raising children. And imagine how they're going to raise those children. That's just one topic of discussion when it comes to war. That is why it is imperative to eradicate war altogether. That is the purpose. One of the purpose, one of the facets of the ultimate purpose is to eradicate war, because we can all peacefully coexist on Earth. You ever watch those futuristic movies where you have planetary systems where everyone coexists? That is actually the future. What we have right now is the past. This is archaic, and it's tribalism, and it's a waste of time and everything. Honestly, I'm really tired of it. So a big majority of Americans back sanctions on Russia, aid to Ukraine, poll finds. Okay, this goes back to the war again. Um, the sanctions work. It's something, right? We're already past the line of condescension. So we're caught in this crossfire of no decision is really the right one or the best one, but it is what it is. It wouldn't happen in our society if our people were in charge. People who who find the humanism way would not have war and would not tolerate war. We're not talking about people who are just isolationists, mind you. We're talking about people who just simply will not tolerate it. Will talk down to war for what it is. And that is the purpose. So Israel demands apology after Russia says Hitler had Jewish roots. That's funny. That's kind of you have a big war going on. And really, come on. Georgia officially frantically texted Mark Meadows as Trump badgered Secretary of State to find votes. Uh, okay, that's a different topic right now. We're not going to have corruption, and if we're not going to simply not tolerate this back and forth bickering, we're going to have an end to um, these fake elections. No fake elections. There's going to be only truth and transparency in the way the government works. There's no reason for there to be any secrecy, because secrecy breeds it breeds thoughts that something could be happening uh, that is wrong, that is criminal, that is corruption in its essence. Even if there's no corruption overtly, there's corruption in people's minds, and that's the most important thing. So we need to heal as a society. We need to put people in place who are going to actually help and not hinder the situation of society, in which we don't know if an election, it becomes a political talking point. Elections should not be a political talking point. And also, we have too much red tape, too much bureaucracy in government. We need to eliminate this insider trading, corporate sponsorships going on here. We need to entirely revamp the government so that it actually works for the people, so that people keep more of their money, so that we focus on infrastructure, building projects, so that we focus on property rights. Like, I need a permission to do every freaking thing on my property. Come on now. Am I a property owner? Am I a land owner? Or am I a land renter? There's always nuance. Don't get me wrong. There's nuance out there, but it's become down to a systematic pattern of nonsense. So we need to solve that as well. Um, we need to also increase access to property rights, increase access to property itself, so that we can have more people who have a stake in home ownership, of increasing prosperity for people, so they can have the jobs they want, so they look forward instead of backwards. So they look forward to advancements in science, which eliminates the need for us to have cashiers and this and that. But the only reason why people are fearful of that future is because people are going to lose their jobs. So it's not the technology which is to be afraid of. It's the loss of economic support, their jobs. So we need to revamp that economy so that we can focus on people doing what they truly want to do. Everyone has a dream. Everyone has a dream in their mind about their ideal situation. And we need people to be able to reach that situation and not have to go through 10 years of schooling, 5 years of schooling, $50,000 in debt. For what? That's not even a guarantee of a job. So if somebody has a dream and they're able to do that work, there should be nothing in their way. Actually, we should be encouraging people like, oh, you want to be a, I don't know, freaking programmer, computer programmer. Okay, this is we're gonna have to learn. You go under this expert, you work with him, he'll teach you. You do the task, the small tasks, and you kind of build up over time. Instead of having to go to school for 4 or 5 years, go into debt, not even be making money throughout that time. And then you get out and you need to find a job and nobody wants to hire you because you don't have experience. This is wrong. This is right. This is what we're all about. Humanism. That's why I call it humanism. It's like neo-humanism. Because the old humanism, they speak a lot of the right things, but they're not proactive. They're just about reactionary mechanisms. We're all about let's take the bull by the goddamn horn. Work together, congregate, build these grassroots so that we can build a future for our society. So that's about it right now. We got lead. Lead still poisons thousands of Midwestern kids. That will be ended because remember I told you we're gonna take it from the fucking inside trading politicians and we're gonna put it towards infrastructure. We're gonna eliminate all these old piping. We're gonna put everything futuristic, actually, not even modern, like high tech, so that it lasts a long time. No planned obsolescence. It's gonna be everything is gonna last 1,000 years in our society. Everything. It's gonna be the infrastructure is gonna be top notch. And people are going to be getting around faster, so this is going to increase economic production. So we're going to have light rail, of fast electric speed, lightning speed rail systems. We're going to have heliports. We're going to have underground. Elon Musk was working on this, where you get in and you just pop out on the other side in Los Angeles or whatever. We're going to have whatever makes sense as far as planning and implementation. That's what we're going to do, because we're going to not keep in mind what politician wants a project in this area to increase votes. We're going to focus on what's going to increase economic productivity, what is going to get people to their jobs faster, which is the most important thing in planning infrastructure. Is not this guy is going to give me his support if I build a railroad track through his district. Fuck that. Fuck that. We'll take him out of office. He's done. You understand? That corruption is over in our society. And that's what we're all about. So I end you with this because I got things to do today. I got a tight schedule. But you know what? That's it. So thank y'all. And please come again. Please do subscribe to my channel. I'm kind of evolving as I go. I gotta metamorphosize my message so it fits the directive and the narrative. I'm off to a rough start, but this is a conversation that we need to have, because I see society going downhill in trajectory into the ground, and it's wrong. I have too much love for everyone to let this happen. I need to fulfill the ultimate purpose of my mission in life. And the mission in life is to fundamentally create heaven on earth. If you're a believer, we are not meant to die involuntary death. We're meant to make this a land of salvation and love. Don't matter if you're atheist, agnostic, Muslim, Buddhist. We all fundamentally want the same things: peace on earth, prosperity. We just have a different way of going about it. And also, a lot of the religious folk, they look in the past, they look at that scripture, and they're just dug their heads in the sand, not thinking about the possibility, what we can do right now to change things. They're not looking. And that is what we need to do fundamentally. So that's why we need an organization that's going to encompass, that's going to envelop all of humanity, no matter what your race is, what your religion is, your beliefs, because all humanity is one. One. We're all one. We're going to have different organizational structures for efficiency. So we're going to have, what you put into the organization is what you get out of it, right? Because what do we teach ourselves? Karma. The more good you do, the, the more things come back to you. Maybe not money, maybe it's something else, but something you need fundamentally. Thank you for watching my video. I'm going to end it here because I got to go. So, check out my blog, josephmarzullo.blog. Sometimes I have time to update it. Other times I don't. So, thank you. Have a peace be upon you, and have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this.